Do you ever feel like it's easier to talk about your weaknesses than your strengths? Like when someone asks, what are your strengths? And then suddenly you're lost for words. But when it comes to weaknesses, we can list them off, no problem. Isn't that strange? If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. In this episode, I want to talk directly to my beauty spa and wellness professionals out there who find it hard to boast about themselves. You've got experience, you've got qualifications, you've got results that speak for themselves. Yet, when it comes to sharing that, something holds you back. I want to help you change that today. Now, I know firsthand how hard it can be to talk about yourself or talk up yourself. It's not always because we don't believe in ourselves. Sometimes it's because we've been conditioned to think that boasting about our achievements makes us arrogant. But here's the thing, boasting isn't arrogance, it's knowing your worth, it's understanding your value and being able to communicate it with confidence. And that's not just important, it's essential, especially in our industry. If you don't believe in yourself, how will anyone else believe in you? I've met so many talented beauty spa and wellness professionals who do incredible work, transforming lives, boosting confidence, creating moments of calm for people who need it most, but they hesitate to shout about it. So let's unpack that today and find ways to embrace your strengths. So let's reframe what it means to boast when you share your wins, your credentials, or your expertise. You're not just bragging for the sake of it, you're showing people what's possible. You're inspiring others to trust you, work with you, or even follow your footsteps. Think about it this way. When you do something amazing, you wouldn't keep it to yourself if you could help someone else, right? Well, the same thing applies to talking about your strengths. You're not just doing it for you, you're doing it for the person who might need your skills, your knowledge, or your unique approach. And that's really powerful. So let's get practical. If you're thinking, okay, Ayo, this all sounds great, but where do I start? I've got you covered. First thing I want you to think about is start small. Begin by jotting down a list of your accomplishments. So think about the courses you completed, the skills that you've developed, or the results you've delivered. No matter how small they seem, write them down. Two, find your voice on LinkedIn. So one of the best places to share your wins and be celebrated for it is LinkedIn. Seriously, how often do you post about the courses you've just completed or the new techniques you've learned that change the way you work or that customer who told you, thank you, I really needed you today? If the answer is not often, then it's time to change that. Your LinkedIn profile is your platform. It's not about what people think or whether they'll like your post. It's about creating a record of your journey and showing others what you're capable of. So this actually reminds me of a conversation that I saw on Threads this year. So I decided at the beginning of the year that I was going to go into Threads because, to be honest, I'm more of a blog text person than a video person. But here's the thing about Threads. It's not curated like LinkedIn. You don't always see content from people you follow. It's more of a mixed bag. I came across a post from someone saying they disliked LinkedIn because it didn't feel real. They said it was full of people bragging, sharing things that didn't seem authentic or genuine. And I get it. I really do. There's lots of content online that can feel like people are putting on a show. But as I read through the comments, something stood out to me. It wasn't just about LinkedIn. It was about how these individuals perceive others and ultimately themselves. Here's another thing. People who are genuinely happy, secure, and making an impact, they're not out there judging others for celebrating their wins. So if you've ever felt hesitant to share your milestones on LinkedIn because you're worried about how it might come across, whether someone might see it as a bragging or cringe, let me tell you this. Do it anyway. Don't let someone else's projections or insecurities cloud your confidence. Yes, there are people out there that might not do it the right way, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't. Do it your way. Be authentic. Share what's real to you. You'll find your people, those that are in the same headspace, ready to cheer you on because they get it. And honestly, those are the people who matter most. The next time you hesitate to share a win, remind yourself you're not doing it for the critics, you're doing it for you and for the people who need to see what's possible when someone steps into their confidence. The third, I want you to turn your stories into strengths. So when someone asks us about your strengths in an interview or conversation, don't just list them, tell a story. For example, instead of saying, I'm good at client care, share an experience. I had a client who was really nervous about her treatment, but by the end of it, she told me I made her feel comfortable and confident. That's when I knew I was great at building trust. Number four, celebrate yourself. For every post you write celebrating someone else, make one about yourself. And if you feel like people will judge you for it, let them. Let me tell you this. They don't matter. If someone doesn't get it, that's fine. They're not your audience, your people. The ones who see your post and think, wow, I want to work with them, they're who you're doing it for. Here's the truth. You're amazing. You're skilled. You've got credentials, experience, and stories that sets you apart. It's time to stop hiding those strengths and start sharing them with the world. So here's your challenge for today. I want you to write one LinkedIn post, just one. Share something you're proud of, a course you finished, a client you helped, or even a small win that made you smile. And if it feels uncomfortable, lean into it. Growth always does that at first. Remember, you're not boasting, you're owning your brilliance. And trust me, the world needs more of that. So if you found this episode helpful, share it with a friend or colleague who needs to hear it today. And don't forget to rate and review I'm No Rookie on your favorite podcast platform. It helps more beauty spa and wellness professionals like you find the show. Until next time, remember, you're no rookie. It's time to take action.